once I learned how to like this, I did enjoy Divorce a lot. Yeah,
That's a solid quote.
Out of context, I did enjoy Divorce a lot.
Miami Memory is the third studio album by Australian musician Alex Cameron. It was produced by Jonathan Radio of indie rock duo Foxygen and continues Cameron's style of storytelling from the perspectives of different characters. It's a banger, but it's not just any banger. It's a contentious banger. You know, it's like after the first track, you immediately know what this album's going to be about and whether or not you're going to enjoy it. I'm actually super interested in hearing what y'all have to say because I know that it's catchy. And I know that some of the things he says are wild, so I'm curious to hear what y'all's thoughts are and the marriage of the two, because he's not afraid to blindside you with what he's looking to say.
So I had to learn how to like this album. The first listen, I was completely like, "Oh my gosh, why is this? Why would he do this?" But once I kind of like listened to it more and kind of understood what it was trying to do, kind of being somewhat ironic in its storytelling and songwriting, I came to appreciate it a lot more. But from the get-go, I knew that these instrumentals were some of my favorites of the week. They are very, very good. Miami Memory, whenever I had my brain turned off the first time, I thought it was my favorite instrumentally, and it still is, but that oyster line, dude.
That oyster line. Dude.
That oyster line is all I gotta say. But yeah, that chorus is so like instrumentally great. I love the vibe of that track. Gaslight, I think, is my favorite example of his kind of ironic storytelling. I think Gaslight is great. Bad for the Boys is sick. Shout out the boys.
Wait, no, not those boys.
Yeah, not those boys.
Good old Dane.
I don't remember PC with Me.
The meaner they are.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
I love that. Hey, I feel I get that. The meaner they are, the harder I fall in love. So that one's okay. Divorce, the futon line is sick. I didn't like it at first. I was just like, this is dumb. But, once I learned how to like this, I did enjoy Divorce a lot.
That's a solid quote.
Out of context, I did enjoy Divorce a lot.
It gets a thumbs up. Some of the best instrumentals, apart from the funny lyrics, but
quirky.
Yeah, quirky.
It strangely brought back a lot of memories, except it was like first-person memories that I don't have of being a parent taking their kid unknowingly to the Deadpool movie. And like not knowing what Deadpool was about. That's kind of how I felt when I pressed play. Just like it was really insane. Like I thought every single beat, every hook was super catchy, and then I would listen to the words and just be like,
"That's what he's saying."
In horror.
Yeah.
And I specifically wrote down the oyster line, but I don't even want to go there.
I didn't even need to write it down. It's burned into my memory.
That was the first thing that I thought of when I suggested this album. Is like it's like a right hook.
Yeah. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like brushing your teeth and then just throwing orange juice in your mouth. Like that's life. And it was really like the Black Licorice album of this week for me. It was like, do I like this or don't I? I don't really know, but I'll just keep listening to it. I'll keep chewing on it.
All right, Adam, take us home.
This album's great. I don't know. I really like this one. Like, it's so quirky and just like, what the frick? But like, that doesn't steal anything from me. Like, I don't mind the oyster line. Like, I'm just like, hey, look. Fellas be. You know what I'm saying? But like going track by track, the synths on Stepdad are just like simp worthy, Like I've made it apparent that I really like synths, and like those are some of the best I've heard in a while. I agree with Micah. Miami Memory is probably one of my favorites instrumentally. I don't know that I'd say it's my favorite, but Divorce is probably my favorite track on the album. it sounds like a raunchy Elton John song. Like that's what I've thought from the beginning, and it's just like it's so much fun. It has just that a crazy amount of energy, a crazy amount of spunk too with his witty lines, and just gosh, like the line, the futon couch line is so good, and it's so good sonically as well. It's so well delivered. It's great. But yeah, this thing's really good. I really like this. It's so weird. Like I don't ever see me playing it for anybody. Like it will be exclusively an album I listen to by myself. Some of those songs I was just grooving hardcore making dinner the other day. I'm like, this is just fun. But it's a banger, but it's one I'll keep to myself. I'll keep it close to the chest. What do you think?
I think that it starts off super strong with Stepdad. You know, you get a feel for the humor and what he's going for. Divorce, just gosh, you know, Alex Cameron might not be the most amazing vocalist, but you know, when it gets around to the chorus of Divorce, you know, how often in your life are you going to be bobbing ahead to divorce, yeah,
Futon couch, Kansas City.
Yeah, the futon couch. Micah, what score are you thinking for this album?
This is a surprise 8 for me, I think. Like Luke said, it kind of like had me guessing or trying to figure out if I liked it or not a lot of the month. And it's kind of surprising that the one that was the most thought-provoking to me was this one. No, that's not what I was expecting after the first or second listen, but
it definitely made me think the most. It was the most enthralling, we'll put it that way.
This is probably the one that was the lowest for me just because I still don't really know if I like it. Like, I've listened to it a ton, but for me it was probably a 6. Because I won't say it was bad. If it was any other week, again, I think it would probably be a lot higher.
Yeah.
You know, Micah, you make another very good point. This is another. This is also. This is a decent 8.
I think this is a strong 8 for me. It just, I keep coming back to it. Like, you know, it's fun every single time that I come back to it, and it makes me excited for the next album that he comes out with. I'm very curious what direction he'll go.